So this little video is about recycling a panel lift garage door. We wanted a panel lift garage door on our little garage, and my wife managed to find one online for $100. Normally they cost several $1,000s. So we got one online, and this video shows you how to cut it down to size to suit the opening of your garage, which is likely going to be different to that of the garage the door came off. And the cutting is done with a grinder with a cut-off blade. So I've measured off here and made a mark. I've done the same at the top over there, and then I've joined those two marks with a nice straight line. So I've got a nice line to guide my cut with a grinder, and I'm going to take those marks around the corner with a set square and just down the other side, so that I've always got a line to follow. These doors that we've got have this little press fit type of attachment between this piece of sheet metal and this rib. I've just drilled those out, and to join them back together again I'll use rivets, or I'll use a sheet metal screw that will hold it all together. So with drilling it out, I start with the smallest drill bit I can, and 4 mil was inside that, and I worked my way up until it came loose, and that for me was at 5 mil. Different doors may be a little bit different, you just have to experiment for yourself. So the first thing for me was just to remove this door furniture and any of the runners and brackets. So I've drilled them out, and I've just given it a gentle knock with a rubber mallet, and it's come away like that. There's this little clip that sits in here as well, and done that on both sides of the sheet. Now I'll turn the sheet over and cut it. So we've installed our horizontal rails. There they are. And we cut one door down to size first and fitted all the gear back on just to make sure that it ran smoothly, and that's that one up there. We did that making sure not to cut too much in one go, and slowly cut a little bit more until we got it running nicely, and then we used those measurements for the rest of the doors we cut. Now we've got this vertical part of the rail, which is obviously too long, because the second-hand door, which my wife bought second-hand for $100, comes with a slightly bigger opening, which is why we've had to cut the doors down. And we're going to cut these vertical rails to fit into this space over here, from here down to the ground. We'll do that now. So as you can see, there are a couple of holes drilled in the top. They're going to match up and have to attach there. I've used a level just to come across and ensure that I can transfer that mark across. You could of course just measure it with a tape measure as well. And now I'm going to cut that, and when I've got exactly the right length, then I'll mark and drill the holes, those 2 holes. Right, taking that mark all the way around with a set square, let's cut it. Right, so cut it a bit long. That's a lot better than cutting it short. I can of course cut a little bit more off, but I can't cut any more on. Okay, so I've marked where the holes need to go. Marked the edge of the slot of the other piece that this is going to attach to, and I've measured the middle, and then I've taken the existing holes, I've marked the middle of the hole, I've brought that with a set square to the edge, and I can use that to just locate the positions of those holes so we get them right. We'll then use a punch so the drill bit doesn't wander, and I've had a look and I've seen that this is a 7mm hole, so I'm going to use the same size hole, same size drill bit. Okay, there we go. That's bolted on. It's a tiny touch above the floor down here. That's okay. We'll just keep it above the water a little bit. We're just going to need to now make sure this is plumb and then screw it in over there. Right, so we've riveted our end pieces on and making sure that they're nice and tight up against the door that we've cut. Reinstalled all the door hardware, all the hinges, and put it all up in the tracks on the garage, like so. And now what we're going to do is we're going to roll it down so that it comes down to the floor, and then we're going to adjust all of those hinges so that they all just sit in the right place, and then we'll install the motor and the spring which takes the weight of the door so the motor doesn't have to work too hard.